OutKast, the legendary hip-hop duo from the South consisting of Andre 3000 and Big Boi. If you're watching this video, there's a 100% chance you've heard an OutKast song and liked it. I mean, Hey Y'all and Miss Jackson are two of the most popular songs of the 2000s. But in the small chance you don't know OutKast outside of those two songs, this is the greatest hip-hop duo of all time. They were active within the 90s and 2000s and ended up releasing 6 studio albums, with more than half of their albums being considered some of the best albums the genre of hip-hop has ever seen. Andre 3000 and Big Boi were extremely creative and unique and brought something new to the table. They blended pop and R&B into rap really well, and the name OutKast couldn't be any more fitting. And today, I wanted to rank the 6 OutKast studio albums from worst to best, because a lot of people seem to rank them pretty differently. So without any further ado, here is all 6 OutKast studio albums ranked from worst to best. Coming in last at number 6 is their 6th and final studio album, Idlewild, released in 2006. And while most people rank OutKast albums differently, this album ranks last on pretty much every list because this album isn't really an OutKast album. It was a soundtrack album to a film made by OutKast under the same name. It's 25 tracks in 1 hour and 18 minutes, so it's pretty long, and there's just a lot of bloat on this. Not to mention the chemistry between Andre 3000 and Big Boi just really wasn't there on this album. However, I will say I actually do think this album is worth checking out because there's a decent amount of good deep cuts on this. I think Mighty O, Life is Like a Musical, Call the Law, In Your Dreams, and a good 7 or 8 songs off this album are pretty good. Not to mention, I think the skits on this album still have the same personality as the other albums, but yeah, most of the songs are missing that same personality. But overall, if you want to check out OutKast's discography, I wouldn't completely throw this one away. There's some good songs on here, and I rate and grade Idlewild a 7 out of 10 and give it a C. Coming in at number 5 is their first studio album, their debut and introduction to hip-hop, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music from 1994. This album is 17 tracks and 1 hour and 4 minutes, and what an introduction to OutKast. This album has so many bangers and great rapping performances on it. Ain't No Thing, the title track, Players Ball, Crumbling Herb, Deep, and most of the songs on here are just bangers. For a debut album, this is really, really good. But I think the craziest thing about this album though was how young Andre 3000 and Big Boi were when this album was made. They were both 18 years old cooking up songs this good. And in the music videos for this album, you can see just how young these dudes were. This album isn't perfect. In fact, some songs run on a little too long, but still a great album nonetheless and a really great introduction to OutKast. I rate and grade Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music an 8 out of 10 and give it a B. Coming in at number 4 is their 5th studio album and double album, Speakerboxx / The Love Below, released in 2003. And honestly, I'm gonna be real about this one. When I first deep dived into OutKast's discography, it took me a while to really check this album out in full because it is 2 hours and 15 minutes and 40 tracks. Like, I obviously knew Hey Y'all, Roses, The Way You Move, and songs like that, but because this album is so long, it took me a while to check it out in full. And what a big mistake I made because this album is pretty much all bangers. On the first disc, Speakerboxx, which is Big Boi's album, I generally don't think there's a single skip. Every song on it is good. Ghetto Music, Unhappy, The Way You Move, Church, Last Call, you name it. I think disc 1 is all bangers. Then disc 2, Andre 3000's album, The Love Below, you are genuinely getting some of the best OutKast songs on this. Spread, Prototype, She Lives in My Lap, Hey Y'all, Roses, A Life in the Day of Benjamin Andre. There is so many highlights on The Love Below. It does get a little bloated in the end, like I'm not big on She's Alive, Love and War, or Take Off Your Cool, but it is a double album, so what did you expect? If you exclude the 11 intros and interludes, there's 29 songs on here, and I genuinely think OutKast went 26 for 29. Some of the songs on here don't hold up to the songs on the albums higher on the list, but take Speakerboxx / The Love Below for what it is. A double pop rap album that does exactly what it's supposed to do and delivers banger after banger. I rate and grade Speakerboxx / The Love Below a 9 out of 10 and grade it an A. Coming in at number 3 is their 2nd studio album, AT-Aliens from 1996, and on this album, they took everything from their debut album and pretty much improved it. It's shorter, tighter, higher quality tracks, and some of the best rapping performances in all of OutKast's discography. It's 15 tracks and 57 minutes, and you are getting so many great songs on here. 2 Dope Boys in a Cadillac, the title track, AT-Aliens, which is like a top 5 OutKast song, Wheels of Steel, Jazzy Belle, Elevators, Me and You, and pretty much the whole track list. And I will also say, I love the dark vibe this album brings. I feel like this album's vibe can be felt more than any other OutKast album. It's dark, it's futuristic, and just phenomenal. I rate and grade AT-Aliens a 9 out of 10 and give it an A. Coming in second is their third studio album right after AT-Aliens, Aquemini, released in 1998. And for Aquemini, they just improved the form once again on this album. It's 16 songs in 1 hour and 14 minutes, and almost all killer, no filler. Return of the G, Rosa Parks, Skewed on the Barbie, Aquemini, Synthesizer, Slump, West Savannah, The Art of Storytelling Part 1, which is one of the best hip-hop songs ever, The Art of Storytelling Part 2, Spotty Oddie Dopalicious, Liberation, and Chunky Fire. It's an incredible album, but there is one very big issue that I have with this album, and that's Mamacita, which is one of OutKast's worst songs. The hook is just terrible, and I love OutKast, but this is a bad song. I also am not too big on Y'all Scared. It's not bad, I'm just not too big on it, but those two tracks don't take away from the amazingness of this album. Out of the 14 tracks on here, excluding interludes, you are getting 12 phenomenal hip-hop songs. This is one of the best rap albums of the 90s, and OutKast absolutely cooked here. I rate and grade Aquemini a 9 out of 10 and give it an A. And coming in at number 1 for the best OutKast album is their fourth studio album, Stankonia, released in 2000. It's 24 songs in 1 hour and 13 minutes, and this is all killer, no filler. Some of the best hip-hop songs of the 2000s are on here. Gasoline Dreams, So Fresh So Clean, Miss Jackson, Bombs Over Baghdad, Humble Mumble. This album just has the best OutKast has to offer. They were extremely experimental on here as well compared to Aquemini and AT-Aliens, which were just hip-hop, but them experimenting on here made them come out with such a great album. There's just so many genres they put together to craft Stankonia. Songs like Explosive and Question Mark and Call Before I Come are just so weird and awesome and unique. No other rap album sounds like Stankonia. Like when Andre 3000 says pop over on Call Before I Come and adds the to pop. It's something so little, but that's what makes the album so amazing. The skits are awesome. I love the football break at the end of each interlude, and this album is just so funky and unique. And for me, it's a perfect album. I rate and grade Stankonia a 10 out of 10 and give it an A+. So we did it, y'all. That was OutKast albums ranked from worst to best. I also did a tier list that I put in the description if you want to use it and rank them yourself. And alongside that, I've been making Spotify playlists for all these ranking videos, and I did it for OutKast as well. So if you want to check out that playlist for OutKast, link in the description, and Jack Alter on Spotify. What do you guys think? What did I get wrong? What did I get right? Thank you guys for watching. God bless. And yeah, peace.